Glimpse TV. I'm Kate Northrup-Mahler, and I'm here with Colleen Saidman, who's my favorite yogini. And we're at the Menla Retreat Center in Phoenicia, New York, for the Joy of the Yogini workshop weekend. And one of the things, sorry, there's a truck coming, but one of the things that Colleen has been talking about, which is really appropriate actually for what's going on astrologically and is seasonally and everything, is death and rebirth and the goddess Kali. So this is going to be a really general question, but like, what's up with that for you right now with Kali? And
you know, I don't really know what's up with me. It just keeps coming back up. And I've lost a lot of dear people in the last few years, and I think that just has to be with getting to a certain age. And also, you know, cancer is taking a lot of very young people, and we're all affected by that. And I think it's just time, I know, for me to get in touch with the reality of the impermanence of this life. And reading, for whatever reason, everything I pick up is about that right now. It's either about Kali or about the 5 elements, or it's about diving deep into death so that you can live in the present moment. I'm dealing with my father's death right now, and you know, you don't know who you're going to be, but the steps that you take and the preparation that you can take, as far as sitting with the exhalation, knowing that nothing is permanent, I don't know, it's just a reoccurring theme. Yeah. And I think what it's doing for me is watching my dad, having lived an amazing life. Like, he has no regrets. It's the most bizarre thing. He's like, I am ready. You're not ready, but I am ready.
That's so beautiful.
You know, I've had an amazing life. I have 7 incredible children. I've had the love of my life. I mean, he's lived every moment. And I think that what all of this is teaching me is not to be so busy and to enjoy every moment as if it were the last, because it is the last.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just, I don't know, it's just a reoccurring theme, and it may be a bit morbid, but it's where I'm at.
It's not morbid. It's not morbid, because the goddess Kali, Colleen has been telling us about, is about death and rebirth, and it's the same thing with the planet Pluto and the astrological sign Scorpio and the 8th house. It's all about, like, everything that needing to die so it can be the compost and the fertilizer for the next stage, whatever that may be.
Right.
You know, whether it's our bodies going into the earth to create that, and for the next growth, which might be a flower, or, you know, whatever. So
I think Kali also symbolizes, even though it's sort of gruesome, and she's black and she's holding skulls that are dripping with blood, and it's quite gruesome. But what she's actually symbolizing is the cutting, slashing of the ego. Right, the individual I, so that we can be the big I, the universal I, so that we can not have this I, me, mine mentality.
Right.
So that's the sword is actually slashing the ego, so that we can be present and be one.
Yeah. So one of the things you said is that you're trying not to be so busy, but I happen to know Colleen runs Yoga Shanti, which is an amazing studio out in Sag Harbor. She runs retreats with her husband Rodney, and on your own all over the world. You're also working quite intimately with the Urban Zen project. So how is it that you're not?
I didn't say I succeeded.
Okay. You're trying.
I am aware of my busyness, and I'm aware that it's kind of difficult to be really present when you're really busy. Yeah. So taking those moments, even if it's just 10 minutes, 15 minutes a day, saying, okay, I feel my feet. I have feet. I'm grateful for my feet. I feel my legs. My legs carry me around the world. I'm great. I mean, my mantra actually is thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you at this point. It's just thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean, the gift that we're given with this human body is just ridiculous. And just the capacity for love is outrageous. And I think the more that you get in touch with death and are around death, that becomes sort of just so apparent that that's why we're here.
Speaking of love, one of the reasons that I took Colleen and Rodney's yoga teacher training is because I admire your marriage so much. And I think that when you know that you want to have something, you want to surround yourself with people who already have it. And I'm attracting more and more couples who actually have what I want, but there aren't that many of them. So you guys are one of them, and I'd love to know, you know, this is kind of a silly question, but do you have any, like, relationship tips or marriage tips, or like what makes it work, or 'cause you guys are so it's like so yummy.
I'm a big fan of physical attraction. And a big fan of respect. And also honesty. Like, we call each other on our shit all the time. It's like the mirror is every single day. And then I think learning to laugh at the situation. I mean, you don't see what goes on behind closed doors. We definitely,
sure,
I mean, we have a passion.
No, you guys are perfect.
No, we're not perfect.
Giving you a hard time.
But I think just the willingness not to put it away, right? To deal with it right then, right there. I don't know. I'm passion, physical attraction, respect, presence, holding up the mirror, not running.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And I think also sometimes when you make that connection, it can actually be kind of scary, and it's a little bit too powerful, so that you don't actually go through it. You know, it's some sort of easier to go be with this person over here because it's familiar. You know, I know what that is. That's safe.
Right.
And even though it's the same thing that you've played out many, many, many times, I think just to know that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. So I think just to be aware of that.
Yeah. So 2 last questions. One, and this is very relevant to what we've been talking about with death and dying and rebirth, and there's a lot of fear involved in that. So what is something in your life that you're afraid of that you're doing anyway?
Teaching retreats like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, being in front of people and thinking that what I have to say is I'm worthy to say it, and that it needs to be heard. Yeah, this is, for me to be in front of sometimes thousands of people and talking and teaching the stuff that I've been studying for years is scary as hell.
So great.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you're doing it.
Thank you.
And then lastly, what do you love about your life?
Gosh, I'm going to sound like that girl.
Jessica.
I love this, and I love that, and I love this, and I love my job, and I love my husband, and I love my children, and I feel like I'm where I'm supposed to be at this point. And I mean, I love where I'm at right now. And it doesn't mean that it's all, you know, peachy keen. As you know, I'm dealing with a lot of death, and a lot of, you know, turning 50 as a woman is, it brings a lot of, I mean, my skin is not what it was. And, you know, the loss of just that. But having said that, I'm so happy that I found yoga. I really am. I mean, I think no matter what's going on around, if you have that consistent practice and you keep coming back to dealing with the now, it's just incredible tools. And the breath is amazing, and it's always there until it's not, and then we're dead.
Thank you. Thank you so much.